Did I cross a line by calling my family when my husband ignored me? I'm a 27-year-old woman who recently moved into my first house with my husband. And I'm 4 months pregnant with our first child. This pregnancy has been brutal. I've had severe nausea and vomiting to the point where I fainted, hit my head, and ended up hospitalized for nearly a week. When I was finally discharged, I was weak, exhausted, and barely functioning, but I was relieved to be going home to recover. That relief lasted about 5 minutes. When I walked into the house, I found out my husband had moved his brother's wife, and their kids into 2 of our 3 bedrooms while I was hospitalized. One of those rooms had been my home office, and all my work papers were dumped into our bedroom. The house itself was chaos. Overflowing trash, dirty laundry everywhere, used diapers left out, dishes stacked and scattered. I stood there and just started crying. My husband brushed it off and said it wasn't that bad. I told him if that was true, then you should have the house cleaned before I woke up. I was so sick and drained that I passed out for hours. When I woke up, I couldn't even find a clean glass to get water because every single one was dirty and spread around the house. Nothing had been cleaned. Fighting tears, I started washing dishes myself, even though I felt awful physically. The next morning, I tried to work from home while their kids screamed, banged on walls, and ran through the house. Their mother stayed locked in her room most of the day, ignoring them completely. That evening, my husband came home and didn't ask how I was feeling. Instead, he scolded me for not helping his sister-in-law with the kids and for not getting anything done around the house, apparently forgetting he hadn't cleaned a thing either. That turned into a full-blown argument. I told him I was too sick to host anyone and that his brother's family needed to leave. He flat out refused, saying they were his family and he wouldn't kick them out. I broke down. I felt trapped, ignored, and physically incapable of handling any of this. Right in front of him, I called my mom and asked if I could come stay with her. Explaining everything, she showed up shortly after with my older brothers. My mom was furious and told my husband that if his family could take over the house, then so could mine. She sent me straight to bed while my brothers loudly cleaned the house, openly criticizing how filthy it was and how wrong it was for my husband to put a sick, pregnant wife through this. Later, I received a message from my mother-in-law accusing me of being selfish for not helping clean and for embarrassing my brother-in-law by letting my mom boss him around. Now I'm being painted as the problem for calling for help when I felt completely ignored and overwhelmed. So was I wrong for involving my family when my husband refused to listen?